morning, everyone. Welcome back. And today we are going to do a Wip and Chat. I'm Jen, and we are going to be working on Scorpio by Diamond Art Club or from Diamond Art Club, and it's by Josephine Wall. The image is down um, here. I know I'm pointing, but if you look on the webcam screen, it's right here in the lower. Actually, well, we could do. Yeah. Anyway, you'll see it. So I hope everyone's having a great week. Um, I'm just gonna do a whip and chat and tell you guys what's been going on. If you're new to the channel, welcome. And please, if you like what you see, please make sure that you hit the subscribe and the like button. So we're gonna get started. I am getting ready to start this section. I just have a little bit here left to do, and then we can start this section. And I'm just going to let you guys in on what's going on during, it's been going on this past week. And we're just going to start. So, yeah, this past week has been a little crazy. I promise. Believe me, I have not gone crazy, but it's getting there. It was getting there because I really thought I was going to just drive myself completely, totally bonkers because it got to a point. Hold on. What is this? It got to a point that I really thought I was losing my mind. Um, got, started my classes for those of you that don't know, or you remember, if you remember, yeah, I told you guys that I was going to be starting, I was going to be studying for my Maryland, state of Maryland license for insurance, for health and life insurance for my state, which is Maryland. So anyway, started that on Wednesday and was breezing right along. Then I got stuck on a chapter, which, and I will tell you this much, anybody that is considering this, be warned. Depending on what state, there is a lot of information, and I'm assuming it's information that's needed, for basically everybody to know. But there's a lot of information, which I didn't have a problem with, all the information until I got to this last chapter, which was the fourth chapter. And I thought I was going to go crazy, to be truthful, because I, kept reading over it, kept reading over it. And, well, it got to a point on Thursday that I stopped because it was just to the point that I was getting frustrated. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this because I'm not going to have, um, I'm not going to try to take this chapter test, exam, whatever you want to call it, and while I'm frustrated, because Lord only knows what would happen if I did. So I took a break and I needed to basically, I needed to rearrange out here where my drafting table is, and also my workspace for when I do actually start um, doing this job. Now they have me technically as a future agent, whatever that means. So I'm, taking the classes and so forth, but I just wanted to have my workspace ready because we use Zoom a lot, and we it's like every morning we have this big, team meeting, and so forth. So I wanted to have my workspace a little bit more accessible. So I had just finished this. Now, this is, what my week has basically been. Now, the backstory to this is I have had carpet in my apartment for, and I will say it, 24 years, as old as Miranda is. And I have begged and pleaded, and I've put my name on all the lists that were there for this, and just never got the the uh, the new flooring. At the time when I put my name on the list, I was going to get carpet. Well, I thought, okay, no big deal. So I, just kept putting my name in. I'm trying to find the symbol, guys, so bear with me. And finally, Thursday, I had just finished rearranging everything. And the maintenance guys came up. And it was the maintenance supervisor and one of the maintenance guys. And he looks at me and he says, do you still want new flooring? And I said, yeah. Well, now, mind you, I'm under the assumption that they're coming up to ask me this question so that they can schedule it for, a week, 2 weeks from them. No. So I was like, sure. And he says, well, he had an hour. Where'd it go? There it is. He had an hour the night before to pick 2 apartments. And he chose mine along with another apartment. I was like, okay. And he says, but here's the thing. They're coming in here Monday morning, which was 2 days ago. Okay. And he said, I just want you to know so that, you know what's going on. Okay. He says everything has to be moved out of, living room and the hallway before they get here. Now, mind you, it's just me. And I was like, so who am I going to get to help, do this? And of course, now Miranda's boyfriend works out here. But the owner of the complex does not know that he's dating one of the tenant's daughters. Hold on. I got to get this because I need to roll this part. So I was like, okay, this is just going to be lovely because, okay. So, anyway, long story short, I even told them that, or I made it known that I still needed to paint. Well, he says, well, you can do that before, while you're moving everything out of out of here. I'm like, okay, just, something to add to my week to just make my life, that more difficult. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. I'm excited. As you guys can tell, it sounds different in here. It's because I have no carpet to mute out some of the sound. So the acoustics are a little different. So anyway, I was like, okay, this is just going to be the most, craziest weekend there is. Which, truthfully, it didn't turn out that bad. I was really kind of like trying to see. And I was kind of holding my breath because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen that way. And didn't turn out so bad because it went a little more smoother than I thought it would. And which I'm, very pleased with. I got the living room painted. And the only thing about that was I had to paint everything. Had to paint the dining room and the living room and the hallway. Had to put one coat on. Then, of course, I had to let it dry, let it sit for 2 hours and let it dry. Then turn around and do it again. And then wait 2 more hours. So basically, my whole morning on Sunday was painting. And then the rest of the day was spent taking and moving stuff around, moving stuff out of here. So yeah, it was kind of a crazy, crazy, crazy weekend. We got it all done. And everything got moved except the couch because the couch wouldn't fit where we wanted to put it. It was going to go in the hallway. Well, it wouldn't go in the hallway. So we ended up putting it on its side and explaining to the contractors when they got here that, we'll move this when the time comes. We also explained to them, please do not disconnect the internet because of the simple fact that little dude was in the middle of class. Well, so, we went along, did, whatever. And all of a sudden, and I was on a team meeting for my job, and all of a sudden, the screen froze. I mean, literally, it just froze. I was like, oh my gosh, now what? So, we're sitting there, and I didn't know what was going on at first. I had no idea. And I was like, getting kind of irritated because I couldn't figure out why it was doing that. And so Skylar, little dude, looks at me and he says, Mom, yeah, we have no internet. What do you mean we have no internet? I really truthfully did not know that we didn't have internet. I didn't even pay attention to the little icon at the bottom of my screen. He says, Mom, we have no internet. Now, mind you, they were told not to disconnect the internet box. They were told to move the stand that the internet box was sitting on and not disconnect it. Yeah, that didn't happen. So I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. So I came out. I didn't say anything to them. And because I didn't want to cause any problems with these people. But not only that, they only spoke Spanish. So it was kind of hard for them to understand anything. And so I just, went about it and went about my business and just kind of left it alone because it was just the point. And of course, when I came out here, he just looks at me like, what's the problem? And I, informed him that he kind of disconnected it while I was in the middle of a meeting. And well, he looked at me like I had about 8 heads. And of course, I didn't think at the time to use Google Translate. So, got all that done. So yesterday, now this was the worst day for them. Well, no, not for them. But this was the worst day of the whole flooring thing because they took forever. They took their time in here. Now, on that note, they rushed my room and rushed um, the hallway and the kids' room and kind of Miranda's room. So when they got to uh, my room and Miranda's room, they were told that that my bed was in my room because it wouldn't fit anywhere. So they were told that not to move. Hold on, guys. I don't want y'all to see my boobs. Kind of looks kind of, crazy. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Kind of awkward seeing my boobs. Um, so they were told, once they get to a certain point in my room, that the maintenance people would come up and move my bed, and then they could finish it. Well, they kind of got a little pissy because when they got to start in my room, the guy comes out and he's, talking to me in Spanish. And I'm just sitting there looking at him like, what? What? So it was kind of like I had no clue. And I kind of felt bad because I didn't understand a word he said. And finally, he told me, bed, move. Um, okay, I can't move my bed. So how am I supposed to do that? So this was, early because the whole plan was for them to stay here all day long, do what they needed to do in my apartment, and then start on the other apartment. Well, they wanted my bed moved, and he was very adamant about it. And of course, I'm trying to explain I can't do that because I can't move the bed. Well, that didn't work. So I ended up calling the maintenance, and I said, look, I'm not sure what he's wanting me to do. And I said, I can't understand him. I said, could somebody please come up here and kind of be the go-between? And finally they came up and, ended up, they were basically told that, not to rush and just wait and not move the bed, that they would come back and move the bed. They didn't. They moved my bed. And I didn't even know they moved my bed, which is no big deal. But it was just the point. They're not supposed to do that stuff. And, well, they did it. And, but it is what it is. And, okay. So, I have new flooring. I like it. I just need to get some area rugs. It looks really, really good. It just kind of feels kind of weird because I have no carpet to kind of, block the little echo out, but it's okay. I I don't care. Now we just got to finish putting stuff away, and we got all the we got all the furniture, put up, put where it needed to go, and now I've just got to finish putting all stuff back up on the walls and put everything where somewhat where I had it. And oh my gosh, it's I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I am just like wore the heck out, which is okay. Now poor Justin, I felt bad for him because he his right shoulder has been giving him some problems, and he tried to help on Sunday with painting, and mom, that didn't that didn't happen. That kind of just went bye bye, craziness. And I kind of felt bad for him. And so finally, I just told him, I said, all right, just stop, and mommy will, you know, we'll finish it. And he ended up putting a ice pack on it and just basically um, nursing it. And I told him, I said, I'm going to end up having to take you to get it looked at. Now, mind you, he doesn't like doctors. I don't know why. I think part of it is because when he was little, he doesn't like needles, because when he was little, he had scarlet fever and he had to take antibiotic. And when he refused to take it, he was given 2 shots. So it's kind of like, I think that's what kind of, did him in. But it is what it is, and he's going to have to go get it looked at, because if not, it's going to cause him problems later, and we'll see. But, so this week has just been kind of crazy, 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 crazy. And I'm just thankful that I was able to get the new flooring, because it was kind of, one of those things. And I really like it. Now I just gotta buy the area rugs, which I went and looked at in Walmart. Those things are not cheap. Let me tell you. I looked. Some of them are not cheap, but I'm gonna have to figure something out. So now, if I could, I'd make my own, but I'm not one of those kinds of people that do that. So I'm shit out of luck on that department, which is okay. So we'll see. Anyhow, so as I said, the beginning of this, I started my classes. Oh my God. Like I said, there's just a lot of information. I did not realize how much information. Um, it's the health and the life insurance all put into one big course. And oh my gosh, they just don't know. And which is, yeah, I'm glad they did it that way. I'm glad, it came that way. It went that way. But good God, I just never realized how much information that you have to know, because it's crazy. Um, you have to know the difference between gross negligence. What was the other one? Gross negligence, something else. There's like 3 different kinds of negligence. You have to know the difference. And yeah, of course, you have to know the difference between an extension, a waiver, and all this kind of stuff. Now, that's not my problem. My problem was when I got to the the last chapter I just finished, which is basically about the legal side of all of this. Holy shit. Guys, I have just never in my life, I'm telling you, there's a lot. And that's why I was so frustrated this past weekend, because it's just a lot that you got to remember. And if you don't, it, and it was funny because some of the information that I had to remember, because at the end they give you basically an overview or kind of a review thing. And well, I'm sitting here and I'm, reading over this, and I've got it um, kind of locked in my head. But when I go to take the exam or the test, there weren't a whole lot of questions from the review. So I was like, really? Seriously? So yeah, it was, oh my gosh. It was crazy. I had to take this test. How many times? I took it a couple times on Thursday. Then I took it a couple of times over the weekend. That's four. Then I took it two more times yesterday. So that, the good thing is they let you go back and read it all over again if you fail the test. And then you can go back and retake it as many times until you pass it. So it took me about 6 or 7 times. But, which, okay, no big deal. But that was a crazy, crazy chapter. And I was just like, I was ready to pull my hair out. That's how bad it got. I was like, oh my God, people, what the heck? So, yeah. So today I've got to do that, study some, and then I get to freaking put shit away. My God, people, I'll be glad when this is done. It's been it. Don't get me wrong. I love my flooring, but oh my gosh, it's like craziness. Just and and the funny part was now you guys remember I said I was going to do organize I was organizing a couple like 6 or 7 months ago. Well, I did. I organized, I downsized, or so I thought. So when we were moving stuff around this weekend, I realized I didn't really downsize that much. So we ended up throwing a bunch of stuff away yesterday, and which I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I thought I downsized. No, no. I thought there was more. I didn't realize that I had that much. So we downsized some, and hopefully I can get some of this stuff put away today. I'm not going to do it all because my legs are still kind of sore from, standing so much on Sunday. And I'm just going to take it slow. I've got to, you know, the good thing about all this is I can buy, I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me. I know they have the Swiffer wet jet, the wet mop. Is there a dry mop? Or is it just one of those duster things? Because I want to get just a regular Swiffer dry mop because I don't, and I'm getting the Swiffer wet jet too so I can mop the floors. But I need one. I need one of those dust mops, I guess, is what they call. I don't know what they're called. I guess it's a dust mop. I don't know. So we're going to look at those. But if I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to get one because, it would be easier than the broom. Because I realized yesterday when I was sweeping in here that I didn't get all the the stuff up, even though it's even though I sweat my butt off. So I'm kind of waiting to see. I'm gonna look and see what I can find. But so that was like I said, that was my weekend in a nutshell. Now I did finish a book on Thursday. I think I finished it Thursday. Did I finish it Thursday? See, I don't know. Um, when did I finish it? I have it written down. It's just I gotta remember what day this was. Sunday. While I was painting, I finished the First Lady. Now, I'm gonna tell you all something. That was an awesome book. So if you all ever get to get a chance, it's by James Patterson, and it is called The First Lady. That book had so many plot twists to it. She goes missing. And the, what is she? She is the she's the top secret service agent in charge of the presidential detail. Basically, the president and the first lady. And so it basically, she finds out that the first lady is missing. The president calls her into his office and tells her that the first lady is missing. So we're going on the assumption that she's missing. And I'm sorry, I keep looking at my phone. I'm waiting for little dude's dad to call me. Um, so anyway, it goes with that assumption that she's missing, and that's the way it plays out. She's missing. Then something happens, and then the whole thing changes. The whole, you find out. Oh my gosh, it like I said, it's a lot of plot changes and twists and turns, and I was just, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time while I was stitching and while I was painting, because it's a lot. And you're going to hear background noise, guys, because my boys are doing their Xbox or whatever. So bear with me. And so it was a good, it ended completely opposite of what I said. Okay, sorry. So the whole ending was completely, I just didn't see the ending coming. I thought it was going to be a different ending, but it ended way, way, totally not the way I thought it was going to end. And I was just like, oh my gosh, because I didn't see it coming. I really, really didn't. I was like, holy shit. Okay. So I, finished that. But if anybody, I seriously, James Patterson, I really, really love his books. Um, and, there's not much I can say about him. So again, it's First Lady by James Patterson. And it's really, really an awesome, awesome book. Um, I then I just started reading Monday. Monday, I started reading Cruel and Unusual, which is the fourth case, or Dr. Case Scarpetta um, book by Patricia Cronwell. So I love her books too. So I started reading that, or listening to that. And I have to say, I really like her books, and I tried reading Kathy Reichs because everybody was telling me she's just like um, Patricia Cronwell. I can't, I couldn't get into hers. I tried. I really, really did. But I couldn't get into her story, her her books. It just, I don't know. It just didn't seem the same to me. And I was just like, I can't. It just doesn't. I don't know why. I mean, I really, really don't. I like mystery. I like, those kind of books. But I just couldn't get. I really don't know if it's, the writing style, what it is. But I just couldn't get into hers. I don't know why. So, I started reading that. I'm only on the third chapter, I think. So today, after I get everything done that I need to get done, I'm going to sit down, hopefully, and cross stitch a little bit, and also listen to some more of that. But yeah, oh my gosh. And the hardback that I'm reading now, that I read every night when I go to bed, is Debt of Honor, which is another Tom Clancy book. And I just started that one. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to get caught up a little bit. I realized I was really, really behind on my Goodreads. I was like, holy crud, I'm behind. This is crazy. So we'll see. But um, because the rest of this week is just going to be one of those relaxing weeks, because I've done a lot, and I'm really, 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 really tired. My knees hurt, and I'm just gonna just relax for the rest of the week, and just take it slow. So, but that's really all I've got this week, guys. I do believe. Let me see. Oh, I do. Oh, I got some haul coming for diamond painting, and I will share it. I got a new pen, and I think I showed you the pen. If I didn't, I will show you the pen now. Um, it's a really cool pen. This is what it looks like. You guys can see this. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm trying to my light my light's all in the way. Um, there we go. It's it's got different designs on it, and you get your name in the middle of it. Isn't that kind of cool? Um, Now, the options that you can get are a ladybug, flowers, a butterfly, cats, frog, mermaid, unicorn, dolphins, and peacock. And I got the peacock one with my name on it. So I don't know if that's on its way. I want to say it is. And I also got a new tray. Don't get me wrong, I love this tray, but it's getting to be a pain in my butthole. So we got a different tray, and it's a little smaller. So hopefully that'll work out better than what about this one. I mean, I like this one, but yeah, it's huge. Um, that's really it, guys, that I know of for this week. I do believe. I told you, it's crazy around here. It's getting to the point where I can't remember anything. No, I'm just kidding. So I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you for watching, and please make sure you hit the like button. And I will see everybody next time. Have a good week.